Buckle up and hold on as we take you for a wild and exciting ride on the road to TransWorld. This is TransWorld Live.
Can mean only one thing. That's right. It's TransWorld Tuesday. Welcome to the show. We're so excited that you're here. I love the chat. I am such a huge fan of the chat. Troy, congratulations about being out of jail and welcome back to the chat. We love it. Of course, Troy was in Facebook jail. So Ross Darnell and Wicked South, it's good to have you there. Sean Fenner, always got the count ready to go. It is 22 days till TransWorld, and we're excited that y'all are here. This is awesome, guys. So awesome to see Trick or Terror Haunt. Guys, what's going on? Chris LaFurrier, Jennifer Bestpitch. Holy cow. It's great to see you guys. Chuckles, what's going on? Festive Farmstead. Oh, guys, you guys are awesome. This is amazing. This is great. Jenna, hey, Minor Mendoza's here. We love that you're here, so thanks for being here. Guys, thank you for being a part of tonight's show. As everybody is coming on in, we want to remind you that we are streaming to 5 different feeds, including Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So wherever you get us, we hope it's a great place, whether on your laptop, your TV, your phone, wherever you need us, we are right there. And we love when you watch. We love when you watch, but we love you even more when you participate. This is an interactive show, and we have amazing guests. We want to hear your questions. We want to have you be a part of that conversation. So log in, say hello. And just like Heather just chimed in and said, hello, friends. Can't wait. Good to see you guys as well. All right. Well, we would be remiss if we didn't announce and thank our amazing premier show sponsor for TransWorld Live, Ticket Spice. Thank you so much to them. And they have so amazingly provided a cool opportunity for all of us to win. Here's the cool, fun stuff. We talked about it last week with Mandy when she was on the show. This is a free opportunity for 2 different winners. One can win a $200 gift card. The other one can win a VIP ticket to the Saturday night party during the Heaven and Hell costume ball on Saturday night during TransWorld. All you have to do, Robert's going to put the link into the chat. All you have to do is fill that out. You don't even need to be present to win. The winner is going to be drawn at the Spice Shack. That's the name of their booth at TransWorld, the Ticket Spice Shack. Say that 4 times fast. Booth number 603 on Saturday at 4:30. You could be there present, hopefully win some good stuff. So it's amazing. Thank you, of course, to them for sponsoring, being our premier show sponsor, and giving everybody here an opportunity to win some free stuff. So who doesn't love that? All right. It is finally March. Holy cow. Feels like it's taken forever. We're finally here. We're so glad that you guys are coming in. We've got some birthdays to celebrate. Today is Cruz Aguirre, Caitlin Gillespie, Kurt Robin, and Aubrey Appel. Happy birthday to them. Tomorrow we have Ashley Dunn, Franco Greasy, and Colin Knapp. Happy birthday to them. On the 5th, Michael Shaley, March 5th, Michael Shaley. The 6th, Kevin Crawford, Fred Harris, and Chunks. Happy birthday. On the 8th, our president, Jim Warner, and then Ken Spriggs. Happy birthday to them. And on the 9th, Tom Coster, Tammy Pruitt, Luke Mays, and Jeff Walker, a.k.a. Fluffy. So happy birthday to our birthdays this week. All right, you might have seen it. We are certainly on the road to TransWorld, but the East Coast Haunters Convention and the East Coast Christmas Show are right around the corner. So we don't want you to miss out on that. Tickets are available now, and we're definitely going to be diving in to all things East Coast as soon as we're done with TransWorld. Of course, we got to finish the road to TransWorld, right? So for anybody that's been asking, hey, when are you going to have some of the haunted attractions on? When are you going to have some of the features? That's all going to start April 1st. We're going to kick off and dedicate everything TransWorld Live to East Coast Haunters Convention. Now, you might have noticed we've been going 2 days a week. Well, we're going to do that for our run and on the road to East Coast as well. So we'll be coming to you Tuesdays and Thursdays, or sometimes switching stuff around, whatever works that week. So we want to make sure you guys get all the content you need and get all of that behind the scenes fun stuff, that insight that you're going to need to have the best TransWorld, the best East Coast Haunters Convention, the best Midwest Haunters Convention, and of course, the best Legendary Haunt Tour, just as we get through things. Now, as Sean Fenner called out, we love him for it. 22 days until the big dance. That's right, March 25th to the 29th at the America Center in St. Louis. Obviously, we're in the home stretch. We want to make sure that you have all the tickets that you need. And that early bird special is still going to apply until the wee hours of March 19th. So we want you to come. We want you to come to the City Museum, to the Heaven and Hell Ball, to all of the amazing dinners and get-togethers and networking, everything that makes TransWorld so special and so amazing. But we want to save you some money too. So make sure that you buy all your tickets. Don't wait till the door. We don't want you to get sold out. And more importantly, we want to save you some money. So be a part of that. That's awesome. Rich was on last week, and we had the big, explosive, very cool unveiling of this insane city-like plan that was released last week. So it is the floor plan. Take a look. Robert's got it on the screen right now. It is live on the website, so you can go and zoom in yourself. It's high def too. It's kind of real cool. You can zoom in as close as you want to get. You can see all your favorite people and how to make your plan as you get excited, getting ready for 22 days from now to see everything live on the show floor. Of course, we want you to take a look at the website. We want you to take a look at haashow.com and then obviously keep here for all the late breaking news. One of which we have to mention is on Wednesday, the 25th, there is an awesome tour that not only covers Halloween, but also the Christmas side at the Talon Falls Scream Park. Those seats, if you're planning to be a part of our buses, I should say, those are running out. So you definitely want to make sure you don't get shut out. What's cool about that is you have a great opportunity to hang out with a bunch of people that you may know, meet some new friends, hobnob, start sharing some stories, maybe a beverage or two, and let us do all the work. But if you want to drive yourself, if you want to have the freedom of the road, you could do that too. Either way, we don't want you to miss out on your opportunity to be a part of this. So make sure you check it out, haashow.com, and look for the Talon Falls Scream Park Haunt Tour, and we've got you covered. All right, guys, we've got a stacked show tonight, one that has been in the works for a very, very long time. We're not going to play any videos. We are going to jump right into it because we know y'all been waiting for it, and we can't wait to bring them out. So first up, help us in re-welcoming to the stage, all the way from North Carolina, he is Lake Hickory Haunts. He is Ryan Settlemyre.
Hey, Chris, how are you, man?
What's going on, sir? How are you?
Good. We've been working hard, so I'm still here at the office. I was almost late to the podcast because I was working on the haunt. We're working on some cool new stuff, so we've been busy, man.
You guys always are working. It's amazing. Since we've gotten a chance to meet each other, we've had you on the show before, but we met at East Coast, and it's wild. Your work ethic is crazy. And folks, when I tell you, you're in for a treat at Legendary Haunt Tour this year, that's an understatement. It really is. I mean, you guys don't stop. It's March. It's barely March. And I feel like you've done so much already since you closed, early November and just getting ready for your upcoming season.
Oh, yeah. And I appreciate it, man. We've always been that way. We closed down the show in November, December, meetings, planning, wrapping things up. And then every year by the first week of January, we're started on the next year. So, we keep going, we keep adding. So we have a lot of new changes going on. That's for sure.
So exciting. Okay. For those that may not have been there, and I've not been there, but I know about the legends. I've talked to you. I can't wait to be there. Let's let's even the playing field. For those that haven't been there, tell us everything about Lake Hickory Haunts and what people can expect.
So Lake Hickory Haunts, this is our 15th year of fear. So started in 2012. It's pretty much been my full-time job since I was my senior year in high school. And we've grown and expanded it, reinvested every single year to continue to grow the show and improve the product. We feature 13 different attractions, which have been built over the years, and they're all surrounded by, and so they're surrounded by a lake. And then in the center, there's a smaller lake as well. So it's a very unique layout at Lake Hickory Haunts. And you'll feel like you're going on a journey. If you come to Lake Hickory Haunts this year, you'll feel like you're literally journeying through different stories, which makes you feel like you're in a fairy tale. So we have everything from, of course, asylums, zombies, pirate themed attractions, so Shipwrecked by the Water, of course.
Love that.
We have Aquaphobia, which we built in 2020, which is a water themed attraction where you walk on top of the water. We also have Extinction, which features aliens, like, you could think of Aliens, the movie, right?
Sure.
Except instead of coming from outer space, these aliens came from below the water. So they're like water alien hybrid. So that's Extinction. And then Aftermath, which happened after the extinction, which is post-apocalyptic. And then Nature's Revenge. So that's another one of our attractions that we built recently in 2024. We built Nature's Revenge, which features a massive greenhouse. Robert, you may have a picture of it here in the slideshow. If you could possibly pull it up. But Nature's Revenge, we built a huge greenhouse, and we have like larger than life plants, talking trees. And so Nature's Revenge, I could go into it all night, right? I mean, I love it. But Descent is our underground attraction, which is 12 feet underground, which we built in 2018.
Okay.
And then this year, we're actually expanding Descent. So don't have time to go over all the attractions.
Sure.
But guys, we have a lot here at Lake Hickory Haunts.
I'm excited. That was one of the first things I had ever heard. Number one was that you guys had 13 haunts around the midway, so 14 kind of all total. And then you had this underground attraction that's 12 feet underground. How long? I mean, can we talk this through? Like, what kind of an undertaking was that? Like, you guys had to tunnel and dig and...
Oh, yeah. So that was a huge undertaking. In fact, where we built it, we had trouble getting equipment to it because of the location at the haunt. So we needed a big excavator, like a big track hoe to go in. And we had to literally cut a trail through the woods around the haunt to get the track hoe to the site. And then it's over 100 feet of just 12 feet dug straight down. And then we went in and we took these huge retaining blocks, right? Like 6,000 pounds a piece. And we stacked them up, you could imagine, so that dirt literally doesn't collapse on the roof. And we also put decommissioned oil drums in Descent. So oil drums that gas stations store gas with underground. We used 4 of those that we cut holes in the ends of and cleaned them. And then we just literally covered the whole thing in dirt. You're literally 12 feet underground. So it was a huge undertaking.
I had the same question. Scott from the chat also did. How big is your whole property?
So we have 75 acres total.
Wow.
We started with 25. So we're not utilizing every bit of that 75 acres. But with our recent driveway expansion and parking lot expansion, we've certainly expanded even more. But 75 acres total.
Dang. Okay. Holy cow. This is not a walk in the park. Now, I would be remiss. I have heard the third big legend. Not only, obviously, you've got Underground and you've got 14 attractions, but you have this cast of characters that are just legendary, not to use that word again. People like Boss and Shepherd, Bloody Mariah and Novocaine and Lilith and Dr. Death. It sounds like you have truly a cast of characters that are dying to see us.
Oh, yes. Our characters do an amazing job. Our acting team, our makeup team, they do an incredible job. We're continuously improving those processes as well. So some of those iconic characters, Boss the Clown, I created that character in 2013. So I actually played Boss for the longest time.
Yes.
And then finally I realized, well, I can't manage the haunt and wear a silicone mask, right? So that's when I created Shepherd, the new character, so that I could be kind of half in costume, half out of costume. That it's a half mask, right? So if I have to communicate with someone, I just take that mask off. I can be me.
Okay.
And then beyond that, man, we have hundreds of amazing characters. And yeah, we've got Lilith, Bloody Moria, Novocaine. I mean, we've got so many unique characters that are all their own, right? Wow. They all have their own backstory. They know all about it. Like Novocaine, for example, she's on the Midway. She's related to the Nightmare Factory. Okay. She passes out toothbrushes and teeth every single night. And that's a lot of people. Right?
I love that.
So, yeah, we have a lot of amazing characters. So grateful for them.
All right, we're going to put you on the spot because our I think mutual friend here, Derek Seltzer, said, will Ryan be dressed up during the Legendary Haunt Tour?
Absolutely.
Love it. Love it. Good question. We always want to know this, and I think we know the answer, but Sean Fenner put it out there, so we got to ask, are we going to get a full show at this year's Legendary?
Oh, 100%. Awesome. We're not opening unless it's full show, so yeah.
I love it. And our good friend Heather from Scream Score said she's scared already. That's awesome.
There's love Nature's Revenge.
Oh, beautiful. You weren't kidding. Holy cow. I can't wait to see this in person. And I know we've got a long time till Legendary, but we really wanted to start talking about that. We had you on about a month ago when we were unpacking some seminars with Alan Hops, Sir Alan Hops, that is, and we never got a chance to talk about how awesome Lake Hickory Haunts is. So congratulations, because you guys have been open, like you said, 15 years and a part of this year's Legendary Haunt Tour, which will happen November 5th through the 7th, alongside Woods of Terror and Spooky Woods in North Carolina. You can check out all the information, legendaryhaunttour.com. It is sponsored by Sapphire, so we want to thank them as well. Now, guys, as we're talking about this, I thought one of the coolest things, as I was looking through stuff, when you guys kind of first came on my map, the first thing that I did was watch your documentary called Lake Hickory Haunts, Turning Dreams into Reality. How awesome. Thank you for letting us kind of see a lot of that process that most of us don't get to see.
I appreciate that, man. That really means a lot, and a lot of production quality went into that. One of the things that I'm passionate about is providing people with content, our customers, right? So like, it sucks that our customers can't see our show for 9 months out of the year, right? Yeah. So the more we can show our customers and fans what we're doing, the more they see, the more we can keep that communication. So in any way we can do that, it's amazing. And last year with the docuseries, one of the ideas I had, the one that you're referring to, is to be real, to show people the tough side, right? Yes. The part we don't show. And to hopefully inspire some other business owners and other haunters to see, even though it turns out great, here's the real process, right? It's not easy. It's tough sometimes. So that was the goal with that.
I'm grateful for that. I know a lot of other haunt owners are because, again, our job is to make sure that we see and show that final product, that beautiful thing that all of our customers can love. But
Right.
it takes a lot of work to get there. And it's so awesome to just pay reverence to that. So thank you for capturing it and making it such a fun watch. Like you said, the production value, crazy awesome. So
Well, thanks for
very,
saying that, man. It really means a lot because that's why we do it, because if people don't appreciate it, there's not much drive to do it. So thanks, man.
no, appreciate that. Thanks for willing to being willing to open up and let people capture some of those kind of intimate moments. It's very, very kind of cool. So thank you very, very much. I just saw in the chat, Robert just highlighted it. We have some international viewers right now watching us from Colombia. Awesome. Thanks.
Nice.
Thanks for being here. This is so cool. I'm excited. And there's a lot of people in the chat that are talking about they can't wait to see Lake Hickory haunts. How did this start for you? Like as a dream, like were you always into haunts? What made you say, all right, I'm going to take the jump and I'm just going to create 14 different attractions on one property? Talk us through how you got started.
It's a good question. There's a lot to it, of course. But to simplify
Sure.
one thing was when I was, I see the haunt side and then the entertainment side, right? So when I was a kid and I went through Disney World, I may have mentioned this in the last podcast, but
Yeah.
I was like 6, 7 years old, and literally I noticed that the bathrooms were themed, which like, a 6-year-old kid wouldn't think about that going to the bathroom.
Right.
So I was like, wow, this is cool. Some of my family didn't find it interesting, but my dad was more of a creative guy. So
Yeah.
he showed me, how fun it was entertaining people. And he acted in the Hudson J.C.'s haunted house when he was
Okay.
16.
Okay.
Way back in the day, right? When it was the full scenes and everything.
Yeah.
So when I was growing up, when I was 7 and 8 years old, we did a haunted trail on my dad's property and we donated the money to someone who had cancer. So we did that for 2 or 3 years. And then on and off, we did a few different things, but nothing, big. And then as I grew up, I had one job, one technical job in high school, which was I tried working at Waffle House.
Okay.
And I did that for 3 months. And I was like, nope.
Not doing this.
I just saw that I couldn't work for someone else in that way. So I just knew I had to do this thing. We had the property, I had the vision, I had the name, and I was like, we've got to do this. So it started out, small. We had no budget, no money for marketing, and we just did what we could, and we did it for fun. And then just every year, like I said, I've grown, reinvest, and I've always seen it as a real business. Ever since it started to show its potential, I was like, this is a amusement park, right? Like this is a legit business. And I've always tried to look at it professionally and see the business side. So I'm just blessed and fortunate to, number one, have the land for the opportunity. But then to be able to see it through, and even greater than that is the people that have joined along the way, right? Like in the beginning, I never would have imagined how important so many individuals are for Lake Hickory Haunts, that it's like so many people, if they weren't here or a part of it, who knows? Like it'd be way tougher on me, right?
Yeah.
So it's truly been a blessing for it to grow, and hopefully this is just the beginning,
Amen. I love everything that you're saying about that. It puts huge providence on the fact that we have you coming to teach your very first time at this year's TransWorld in 22 days. I know that's scary, but in 22 days, you are teaching about the art of creativity for haunted attractions and how to make your attraction different from the best, from the rest, forgive me. And truly, we just started talking about, truly, Lake Hickory is a beast. It is a totally different enterprise than a lot of other attractions. And I love that you're going to take those 15 plus years of knowledge and be able to help guide the people that are going to be in this class on how to stand out and make their attractions different.
Absolutely, man. That's truly the passion that is driving it, is the fact that I can say, hey guys, like, look, look where I started, and like the fact that I'm here, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And to try to help people with those, the the tougher parts, right? The things that aren't just simply this or that. So it's going to be a really good seminar. There's a lot of parts to it.
I'm excited. Jennifer, Best Pitch in the chat, said she's excited. It's already on her itinerary. She's going. You definitely should be a part of this. So it's going to be on Saturday, so you don't have to spend any convention time on Thursday or Friday to this. You can wait. Your seminar is on Saturday from 11:30 to 12:30. And certainly, like we talked about earlier, if you want to be a part of this, let's save you some money. The early bird fees are going to stand until the wee hours of March 19th. So save some money, get a seat in Ryan's class, and learn how to be different so that you can stand out from your competition. This is fantastic. Oh, Ryan, I can't wait. I know you've been going to TransWorld for years. What are you excited about for this year's show?
So this year, the seminar is a big thing, right?
Sure.
So that's a big thing, but always seeing new stuff. Right. Also the trip, bringing the crew, having a good time, and getting to see other haunts, catch up with people. There's so many great things about it.
We have heard some haunt owners kind of approach TransWorld a little bit different. We want to see where you weigh in. So for some people, they say TransWorld's the beginning of their creative year. Some say it's the reward at the end of the rainbow. Where do you guys use TransWorld in your annual planning?
So I think it depends on the timing, right? So there for a long time, TransWorld was always the end of March. Now, this year it's the end of March like it used to be, but the last few years it was February. And one year it was even the last week of January, I think.
It was.
Right? So that year it was a little different. Now this year, with it being later in March, it's more, I guess you'd say, supplementary.
Sure.
It's more, it gives us a kick, it gives us a boost, and it's like it's the beginning of spring. So it's like, once we get back, it's go time, right? It really does a good job of helping to inspire us. There's a lot of awesome vendors, and 2 of them are on the show. And every year, or they're going to be on the show, every year they bring new stuff. And it's interesting to see, with all of our attractions, it's interesting to see which themes different vendors are going to bring product for, if that makes sense. So
it does. Oh, it definitely does. I love that. Okay, do you have a strategy that you might want to share with people? Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to say, no, I'm going to keep this thing secret. But do you have a strategy? Like, do you scout first? Do you walk everything and then come back and make a second run? Or do you guys split and divide and conquer? What's any pro tips?
So if you ask my wife or my team members, they'd say he just walks through like a maniac. Because on day one, we get a pretty good spot in line. We try to get out first thing.
Sure.
And it's more like following my gut, if that makes sense. Kind of just looking at the floor as quick as possible. And like, I don't walk aisle by aisle, right? Like I just and try to like see as much as I can. And then I circle back and then go to those things that caught my attention. And then after that, then I start to go aisle by aisle. But
I like it. Maniac. Heather's calling it maniac style. I like that.
Yeah,
I think we've coined it. I like that. That's real good. Oh, this is awesome. Well, I'm excited for anybody that wants to reach out. You guys are LakeHickoryHaunts.com, and I encourage you, go check out those pictures. Go check out the docuseries is on there as well. And of course, their trailer, all of their fun stuff. You guys have great media, certainly a ton of coverage to get us drooling for the Legendary Haunt Tour. And in that meantime, since we've talked about the class, there's about 12 people that are saying, hey, it's already a part of that. So make sure you register for that. But if people want to talk, if people want to ask you more questions, what's the best way they can get a hold of you?
Facebook. So our Lake Hickory Haunts Facebook page, send us a message there. If it's a more serious inquiry, feel free to send an email to lakehickoryhaunts@gmail.com. But definitely, as Chris said, if you get a chance, guys, if you're interested, check out our YouTube channel, Hickory Haunts. We have so much different content on there. If you're interested, catch up. And if you comment, we'll definitely reply on there as well.
Oh, truly, I have to give a ringing endorsement. It is so fun to watch. You're not going to go wrong. So seriously, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, my friend, we're going to see each other in 22 days. Cannot believe that. Probably a little less than that. But anything you want to say to those that are listening and watching?
No, we'll see you guys at TransWorld. And definitely, if you get a chance, come to Legendary Haunt Tour. Remember, Lake Hickory Haunts isn't the only haunt in that haunt tour.
There's
right. Some other, two other amazing haunts in North Carolina that are going to be there. And it's awesome that it's coming to North Carolina. So if you get a chance, come to Legendary as well.
Well said, sir. And as we get closer, guys, we are going to feature, of course, we'll have Ryan back. We'll talk more Legendary Haunt Tour as we get into October. So, Ryan, thank you so much, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Oh, love that. I'm so excited. He's teaching all of his secrets. Make sure that you're a part of that, and you'll always get a chance to kind of pick his brain, talk to him afterwards. He's a wealth of knowledge, and you certainly don't want to miss out on that opportunity. One of the other opportunities that's going to be this year's TransWorld is the Don't Be a Monster auction for Ed Terebus of Erebus Haunted House. Holy cow, we all obviously heard about his passing last year. That's horribly tragic. Ed was a dynamic force in our industry and just one of the most amazing human beings. And the Don't Be a Monster organization is doing this silent auction, and they're going to be giving 50% of this year's proceeds to Ed's two kids. It's going to go to a college fund to make sure that they get the education that he wanted to provide had he had been here. So if you're interested in contributing, if you want to give any product or any sort of monetary donation, reach out to info@don'tbeamonster.org or drop it off at their booth, 2631, and you can be a part of this awesome, awesome effort. So yes, RIP Ed, the best. And we miss him. Hopefully the energy is out there and he can hear us and can't wait. Because I know he would be on the floor and he'd be hanging out. And I guarantee to the people that he'd be going to see, along with so many of us, are our very two next guests. Ryan tempted it a little bit during his talk. These two guys always come to play at TransWorld for a very long time. They pride themselves on bringing new products, new fun stuff for us to see, and just don't stop. I mean, they do not stop. Their work ethic is crazy. They're working 24 hours a day. It's camp, no sleep. So let's bring them on the show, find out what they're going on to. And maybe this appearance actually gives them a little bit of a break because they've probably been running themselves ragged, getting ready for all of us. TransWorld Live, help us in welcoming. They've been on the schedule for months. We're so excited. Tonight's the night. Ladies and gentlemen, George from Immortal Masks and Courtney from Studio 1031. Guys.
How you doing, Chris? How you doing?
Mate, this is one of those Super Bowl nights. Like, you get these two legends here. What's going on, gents?
There's so many familiar names in the chat. I just want to say hi. I've been following. There's a lot of friends on there, so it's good to see you guys.
Yeah,
Chris,
like you said, Chris, is a chance to get a break, so I'm enjoying it.
Truly, I've checked in with both of you guys across the year, and like maybe you get like 5 seconds to yourselves, to hang out with family or friends or whatever. But truly, all of the other times you're locked into your warehouses and your production facilities, just making sure that you're ready to bring all of this ridiculous product to TransWorld.
It's like I'm the only one here right now too. It's crazy. We start really early here, so yeah.
It is crazy.
Don't let him lie to you. George has a team. George has an army behind him.
I do.
Not just those masks.
And that's why it's weird that I'm the only person here right now in my shop. It's like really kind of creepy.
Well, and you're West Coast, so normally it's only like 5:30 right now too.
Yeah, but we start at 5 a.m. here.
Oh darn!
Yeah,
okay.
So usually by this time, like the 4 hours is like admin, just like
Sure.
the owner's an admin, but my artist started. I think the first one's in at like 4:45.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well,
Oh
we LA, we're working against the heat sometimes. So
And
when things,
and I'm just the opposite. I start usually about 10 a.m. and work till like right now, like midnight or 1. Yeah. So I'm just the opposite.
You guys are amazing. All right, before we do a deep dive, in case for somebody's been living under a rock, George, I'm going to let you go first, if you wouldn't mind. Tell us everything about Immortal Masks for someone that may not know.
Okay, hi, I'm George Frangadakis. I'm a co-owner of Immortal Masks out here in Los Angeles. My partners are Michelle and Andrew Freeman. You might have seen Andrew years ago on that show Face Off. He was on season 12 when he won that. And he did it doing silicone masks. And we are a silicone mask company out here in Los Angeles. We came first from the effects industry. My partner and I met working at an effects studio, predominantly for film and television. And he had this wacky idea in his garage to start making silicone masks. And about 2 years later, we were working together at another studio. So I was a supervisor there, and it was time to do our own thing. And I became available, and Andrew called me, and we joined up, and that's when whatever we are now started. So what we are now is a lot bigger than we were in a garage, 16 years ago. But it's been a blast, and TransWorld and everybody on this chat right now, and all you guys out there are really the reason why we've become the larger company that we've become. I mean, it is you're part of our DNA. You inspired us to create the things that we create, and that we continuously create, and we get the most feedback from you guys. So we know if we're doing something right or doing something wrong based off you guys. So and we appreciate that. Like I said, you guys are part of our DNA. And you too, Courtney.
It's truly, and I love that story, and I know Courtney will let you go in a second here. George, your story is very similar to a lot of folks who say, hey, I started off at my house or in my garage or my basement or whatever, and look where we're at now. And to both of you and to many of the guests that we have, you guys make high quality products. You stand behind your products because you want those people to be happy. And you want that mask or that costume to last as long as it possibly can, because when they're ready to buy another one, guess where they're going to come?
Yeah. No. I mean, it's like to see stuff of ours out in the wild. It's like it's one thing to see them like when you make them. Like I remember in the early days, and still keep it to this day. We used to make a mask for the first time and pop it on the table in the middle of the one workbench we had, and everybody was kind of like, like we made that. And then you see it out in the wild, and now we're seeing it like on television, we're seeing it in bands, we're seeing all kinds of things. So it's like there's a grand scale to it all, but like. Even just watching like the hunt videos right now, I was like, oh, that's so cool. It's like you can make that stuff,
I'm sorry, can I just go back to that too? Because like the same thing, yes, in the wild. I'm sitting here last year's Super Bowl and Doritos commercial comes on and goes, oh wait, that's an Immortal mask, Or James Maynard Keenan is talking Pussifer, and there's an Immortal mask, We
just wrapped out Ghosts. Tour a week ago.
Very nice.
Fun working with Ghosts. They're still keeping us busy. I got another band right now. I can even talk about it. Yeah, we're currently. So you guys heard it first. We're currently working with Megadeth right now. So we're doing their new Vic Rattlehead. For the continuation of their tour. They're on tour right now.
Sure.
We'll have it done, I think, by the time they hit the States, and they're out with Iron Maiden. So
it's
fun to get to do weird things like that.
Do you still fanboy out on that stuff? Like, okay. Is it still like 15-year-old George going, wait a second, I get to do, because I would be the same, right? Like,
it doesn't get old. You'd think it, I internalize it a bit different, or externally, like kind of, I can roll with it now, but I'll be honest with you, I fanboy out like left and right, like the things we do, and mostly on ourselves and the artists that I get to work with. We get to work with some pretty great artists out here, and they become friends. But getting to watch them do what they do best, in our studio, that's getting the fanboy out.
That's so cool. That's it. Honestly, it's just a huge testament to obviously the quality of workmanship, everything that you guys do. We had a Make-A-Wish kid a few years ago who's amazing. Their family, the Baisleys from Canada.
They're awesome.
one of his wish lists is like, I want an Immortal mask.
Yeah, I mean, that. See, it's moments like that. Like for us, you think about things like that. It's like, wow, like one of his wishes is to meet us. And it was
Yes.
Like, yeah, I was like, oh, that's so. I mean, that's an honor for one thing, no matter what. It's.
Yeah.
But that kid that was in the garage, that's the stuff that you're like, man, maybe one day.
It's beautiful. Just awesome. Now, Courtney, I'm sure you share a similar story, but if you could give us that foundation, tell us about Studio 1031 and how you guys got started and how we got to here.
9 years ago, I did Midwest Haunters. Was like my first show I ever did back when I was in Ohio. Didn't have any, catalog costumes in, basically like a whole bunch of upcycle stuff and some, small stuff. And now we're pushing our 8th TransWorld, our 9th season, and catalog has 144 costumes in it at the moment with all the new stuff that's coming. So yeah, like I said, much smaller scale than what George and Immortal is, but I'm the same way. When I go to haunts and I see my stuff, like he says, out in the wild, it's like you're like a little kid, regardless of how many times you see it. It's cool. That's mine. I made that. Like they're wearing my stuff. I enjoy that. That's probably by far my favorite thing about about my company is to see my stuff out in the wild like that.
It is. You kind of, again, you have to fangirl out, and because you're artists. And so you see that, and that somebody actually values that. We have comments in the chat, obviously, talking about how you guys are megastars, rock stars, all kinds of amazing comments. Alex Roday just put Studio 1031, the GOAT. So
I don't know about that. I'm hard working. I don't know if I'm not the GOAT. But thank you. I appreciate it.
And Troy just put as well, best customer service too, and the best costumes. Again, to that point that we were talking earlier, you guys love your customers and you're going to make sure that everything is perfect for them. And if it's not, I don't know it. There's not too many other people that would do more for their customers than both of you guys.
Yeah, I mean that's where it's at though. Like that's what makes our company. If I didn't have, Courtney and I talked about this many times. I'm like, if you get our business card, my cell phone number is on the business card. Yeah. I run all of our social media, even these many years later. So when you're talking to somebody, you're talking to me, and it's and I for better or worse, I'll answer those things at any time of the night. But I think I talked about this before. It's like when you start a company like this. Yeah. It's hard to separate you and the company, Yeah. So it's like, and in fact, even when you try to, I think you learn that you don't really want to, like I know I don't have to answer that text at 11:30 when I'm on the couch when I'm trying to watch a show. I know I don't have to. It's just that I want to.
Yes.
It's what weird. I love is like somebody will send me a message on Facebook or an email on like a Sunday, and I'll reply back, and that's the first thing that they say. Thank you. I didn't expect a reply back on Sunday and things like that. And I take it from George. Like I remember the first conversation I ever had with George. I called about some mask and left a message, and he called me back, and it was like the guy's known for 10 years. Yeah, like he knew me for years, and this is the first time we're ever having a conversation. So I try to model, anything that he does, he's doing it right. So I'll model after that any day of the week.
I love that. Well, can we keep going with that? Because that's kind of a cool thing. We have you guys on together. I looked at my notes from last year. We had a great show together, the three of us last year as well. And you guys are one of the coolest collaborations in the haunt industry. We talk a lot about that here on the show. I think Sean Fenner quoted like a hashtag haunters helping haunters. But you guys have become this dynamic dynamic duo, 1-2 punch type of thing. How did this collaboration start? Like, how did you guys meet?
We met at TransWorld. Actually, his old shop owner, Jesse, who now runs, is it Sakara FX, George? Is that the name of the company?
Yeah, Jesse was our supervisor. Yeah.
And I got to be friends with him on Facebook and things like that. And he was just like, I remember we were at a restaurant upstairs, and he's like, "So do you want to meet George?" And I was like, "Really?" I was like all starstruck, he said, and I talked to him, and he was just the coolest guy. And we kicked it off from there.
You want to meet George?
This is exactly how it went down. Hey, you want to meet George?
Charge you.
I know.
It's funny because like I kind of like I mean, the simplest thing is Courtney's my friend. And we became friends out of TransWorld. I mean, I don't remember specifically that, but I guess I wouldn't have known that that he did that. But I remember that we met through there, and mostly because you were Courtney came from the honk background, so you're buying Master Me probably.
I wasn't even a vendor then.
Yeah, and then as our friendship developed, Courtney was doing costumes anyways for attractions, and then he just kind of like had this idea. And of course, I own a mask company. That sounds like a great idea. You should totally make a costume company.
I don't even really consider it a collab because we're we're just friends, and I'm like, I just want to use his mask because he's my buddy and it's cool and it looks good and
right. It's so funny you said it because I didn't want to dumb that down. But I'm being honest by saying we don't plan a collaboration. There's never been like this thing where it's like, hey, Courtney, we should do a collab. And then it's more like, hey, I got this mask and it has like stitches and I think it'd be cool like that. He's, I have this thing, I'll send it out to you. Right. Or he'll call me up and go, hey, what do you think of this? Like as a paint job and something. I'm like, I'll send it out to you. And it's never been like, we've never done that. I mean, that's kind of like, his booth is right behind my booth. Like, it's like, I just go to Courtney, go to his costumes. But again, I think that's where our friendship overrides the business. I guess we totally could do those things. We don't because it's never been about that for him and I.
I'm one of their biggest fans. They were interviewing me last year, and they're like, you're a silicone mask collector. No, I'm a Immortal mask collector. And then everybody always asks me, do they let you borrow all those masks for your booth? No, I own all those. Like I bought all those from them. So.
Now and again, it'll be like something where I'll send it to him. He's like, I'm like, just send me a costume. Like, send me we'll do that because even if you go to our shop, you'll go to our shop and you'll see like a lot of artwork in our shop, and it's from and there's a ton of stuff in our shop that's not ours. It's our friends. We have a lot of friends that are great artists. They do really cool stuff, and when you're an artist and you have friends that are artists, the fun part is great stuff. So it's been this great I guess if anything, it's more like the friendship is an inspiration to the collaboration, which means that because we like the same stuff, right? We motivate each other to do cooler things. Like we'll talk about characters, like Courtney will talk about ideas, or we'll run things by each other,
we ran a few of my new stuff this year, and came up with some cool stuff together. So
and he'll come up with an idea for a costume, and it gets my brain spinning, and we'll make the mask that kind of would work with that.
I love that. So I imagine it might be like a band or musicians where somebody comes up with the melody, somebody comes up with the lyrics, and somehow they mash together. What's that process for you guys? Who comes up with the costume first, or maybe the mask first, or how does it work?
Well, like George said, he had a new mask coming out that had stitches on it. He's like, hey, what do you got? Do you think would work with this? Or me, I came up with a new a screwed up Willy Wonka character, and I said, hey, this is my concept that I'm coming up with. What do you think would work for a mask? So we we just go out that way.
Love that.
So it's kind of 50-50.
One of the questions that we always get that for you guys specifically is, what is your process behind naming your costume, your masks? You guys talk about stitches, or you guys talk about Fred or Guttermouth or Sandy.
It's harder to name a mask now than it is to make a mask.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it's easy when you only have you're trying to come up with 10. I have 485 different pieces of product, individual pieces of product that we have to, and sometimes we're like, oh man, we already used that name. We have a board, we have a dry erase board.
Okay.
It's filled with literally just ideas, and sometimes it's a name, because we'll be thinking of names for a mask, and we'll come up with 4 or 5 other names that we agree not for this mask, but write them down because we're gonna forget it.
Yeah, you should see I Facebook Messenger myself names. It looks so weird. I think it's something cool and I'll forget about it, so I'll send it to my Facebook Messenger and I'll go back. What do I want to name that, or this and that, or I'll go through something and name it 4 or 5 different times before I settle on the right one. And then sometimes I'll settle on that, and then somebody comes along and they're like, well, this company already has something that's named. I'm like, oh, now I got to go back to the drawing board. So
at that point, you're like,
yeah, I'll just pick
that's
one
their
of
version. In the beginning, it's funny. In the early days, when all these companies were all like starting out and had smaller companies, and that was a thing. Like we used to get mad at each other about for pimping a name. Like I came up with the name first, and I get it. I totally do.
Sure,
like,
sure.
And we fought for that, like that. And we honestly, you still try to abide by it. But dude, after a while, it's just like there's only so many things you can call a scarecrow.
Right.
You're trying to be clever and come up with a new scarecrow type of name, and it's like you're not
looking up 3 a.m, looking up scarecrow movies, like these low budget scarecrow movies just to find something that's unique. Right. And yeah, he's right. There's only so much you can do. So that is truly hard now to try to come up with stuff. And I have 144 characters. He's got 1,000. So imagine that.
Going down memory lane, what was your first named product between
Immortal? Our names.
Immortal. Okay.
Yeah.
And mine was it was a ringmaster, master of ceremonies.
Okay. Good stuff. TransWorld Live. Make sure you take note of that. That might be a trivia question at one point.
Literally, our logo in our company is our first that bat mask. Our logo is like screams like 15-year-old like company that was in the garage when you made it, and I can't get around it. Like I tried to change our logo like 10 times probably, and like now we just have fun with it, like doing stuff for sticker designs and stuff. But like it turns out, that first logo you come up with, you're gonna get stuck with it.
And guys, I for everybody in the chat, there's tons of love coming for both of you. We just haven't called it out just because there's so much to talk about. But Tyson actually just talked and said, hey, listen, Courtney and George are my main go-tos. I couldn't thank them more for helping me start my haunt career.
Right on,
guys.
Tyson. Well, we're going to see you soon.
Yeah.
This is awesome, guys. Now, I know you have a ton of stuff, and I know that we are honored. Robert, on behalf of Robert and Jen and Rich and all of us here at TransWorld, thank you for choosing to kind of debut some of this and talk a little bit about it. Give us a little bit of sneak peek of maybe what you're bringing to St. Louis here in just 22 days.
You want to go first, Court?
Yeah, I'll go first. Yeah.
All right.
So I took it easy this year. I'm debuting 15 new ones, and I did 35 last year. So
and that's taking a break.
so this is the one of them's new this year. The one on the far left, that's Cottonmouth. So this is like a trio. Call them the concession stand creeps. So I'm making different. If you look at the one in the middle, the ice cream guy, he has a horn box. So there's actually two train horns underneath that box. So I'm going to have at TransWorld, I'll have some for the popcorn guy, some for the cotton candy guy that will theme with the costume. So you can get it with or without the costume. And then all three of those masks are obviously Immortal masks.
Well, and can I just call that out real quick? That's a fun fact. I think the rumor is that all but one product for you, Courtney, you are showing Immortal masks alongside all of your costumes.
Correct. So that one there, that's like, I'm calling that the Hollow. And that's a Immortal mask as well. Yeah.
Love this.
I'm stealing that name.
This one here, I'm cheating on George here. This is an in-house mask here. This is a new female line. We do a pumpkin head for a male, and we decided to make a new style for a female one. This is Maisie, our scarecrow, female scarecrow that we're
that one down too.
Maisie, like maize, like corn maze. Maisie.
Yeah.
Take it down. Steal it all you want.
I hadn't moved to corn yet on the
clever girl.
What's that one?
So this one here, this isn't brand new. This was actually debuted last year at TransWorld, but it's one of our bigger sellers. This is Tombstone.
Okay. Nice.
I think now this is slowly growing on me. This is probably my favorite new one of the year. This is Rodeo. This is a fun character, all the flair. Just think about a silly rodeo clown. I just thought it was cool, down to the crazy hat, And this is another concept that, if go back to rodeo real quick, that was another fun concept that I talked over with George. What mask you think, this and that. We disagree on some things there, but I'm going to let it go for right now. So.
Not everything. Oh yeah, right. I give him unsolicited advice.
This is Crow. Actually, I apologize. This one is not an Immortal mask. This was made. This is actually one made by his one of his painters, though, by Chewy. Chewy makes masks, and this is one of the ones he made.
We'll allow it.
Yeah.
We'll allow it. Love that.
Extractor here. This is like a post-apocalyptic medical. Again, in gas mask, so there's no need for a silicone mask there on that one. Obviously, you could always do something on your own with a different mask if you didn't want to have that look. But that whole setup right there comes with the gas mask and everything.
Oh wow.
This is Shadow Stalker. So this debuted last year at TransWorld as well. This is probably top 3 of like the most popular costumes from like 2025. Again with the Immortal mask. Which one is that, George? You know better.
Saga.
Yeah, the Saga.
These are your kids. I love that.
Naming it.
This is Soul Harvester. This is like my take on a Grim Reaper.
Okay.
Again, another Immortal mask that's paired with it there.
Very nice.
That was really cool.
Obviously, Green Meanie with George's Grouch, I think it's called, right? Is it Grouch?
It is.
Yeah. So this is by far
a lot of people. Courtney,
yeah,
like I sent a lot of people to you for that.
Yeah, this is by far my number 1 selling costume. I mean, it has nothing to do. I mean, obviously, I guess people for haunted houses use it, but
sure,
this by far is leaps and bounds above anything else.
Oh, the character it resembles certainly is a well-known character. So
yeah,
absolutely.
And I mean, I have several customers that went to George that come to me, and then they come back later and talk. I'm charging, $300 an hour with you guys' setup and stuff like that. I paid for this my first weekend that I had it and stuff like that. So it's great to hear.
That's awesome.
And this is all new. This is my
That's
deluxe.
Sexy though. I told you that right up.
So this actually will be on display with the Green Meanie and a few elves that I don't have pictures of. But this will be displayed in the lobby at TransWorld. So. Come check it out, all the Christmas people.
I love that.
Santa's in shape.
Jacket.
Yeah, so you can do it 2 different ways. You can do it with the setup here with just the vest, belt, and shirt, boots and all that, and you can add the jacket as well. I just wanted to have a separate picture to show what it looked like underneath.
No, I love that.
So this has nothing to do with costumes, but currently at since got seamstresses, you can make some stuff. So. Some claustrophobia tunnels. We'll have several on hand at TransWorld, and we'll be taking orders at TransWorld for these. Probably just at TransWorld because you know how crazy that it's going to be with the season and all. But doing a show special on them, $750 for a 12-foot. We can also do 8-foot and 16 feet as well. So be something different that we're carrying this year. Besides,
love that.
So this is what we're doing. Are we doing that now, or is that going to be later?
I'd love to wait a little bit, but talk about it because this is medical malpractice, right?
Yeah, so this is a medical malpractice line. I'm actually doing a TransWorld special for these, basically 3 for $100, mix and match. Lab coats can come distressed with blood. And then the asylum gowns can come 3 different ways, just distressed, like it shows there. One bloody and one's got puke on it as well. So you can mix and match any way you want. You can get 3 lab coats. You can get 3 asylum gowns. You can get 2 lab coats, 1 asylum gown, whatever you want.
That's beautiful.
And have 150 of these for TransWorld, so there'll be plenty to go around.
Beautiful. Now, Courtney, a question that a lot of people are already having. Are you doing any sort of pre-show discounts, or can people pre-order and maybe pick up from you, maybe reserve something?
So what I normally don't do it, but what I was planning on doing actually next week is going through all the inventory and things like that and actually doing on my website a TransWorld only inventory. So everything they'll have in stock on the show floor. Okay. And you can buy it and pick it up at the show, only for people that are picking it up at the show.
Love that.
So that'll probably be not this. It'll probably be this week from Friday is when I'll do it. So I'll do it for over the weekend, and then after that, I'll be loading up and heading out. So it'll just be for like a 3-day thing.
Very, very small time window here. Anthony, just ringing endorsement here. He had said he picked up 3 of those medical costumes from them last year at East Coast, and he loves them. So
thank you, Anthony.
Love that. All right, guys. Courtney is at booths 902 and 903. Go check out all of his stuff. Studio 1031 is the place to be if you want to start your window shopping, and it's a very, very fully detailed website, 1031costumes.com. Love that. You're not going anywhere. I just wanted to kind of close out that segment, and then we we go to George. George, I know you got a ton of stuff always. Both of you guys don't sleep. That's why we wanted.
I think there's I think 40 new pieces of product that were sculpted between. Yeah, I know.
Nobody's phoning it in here. This is awesome.
We try to we're like, okay, that's enough, and then we get like another idea. But we have a lot of product. That's something called Snailian. That's it's a new sculpture. A friend of ours by the name of Ben Ert. He is the lead character designer at Blizzard. Like Diablo 4 was the guy's baby. And he sculpted that. He's usually a digital sculpture, but he wanted to sculpt in clay, and that's something he pitched us. And we probably would have never thought of making a snail mask ever. This is So there's him. I have him behind me. I'll show you in person. Guttermouth was the one you just showed over there, and that was definitely inspired by a version of Pennywise and Welcome to Derry, and then we kind of altered it a little bit to kind of make it so it works as a couple things. It was one of the pictures you showed, but I'll pull it out right now.
Okay.
This is it right here.
Oh wow! And this is Guttermouth, right?
Yeah, this is Guttermouth. And again, so there was some stuff that we saw in in an alliteration of Pennywise that we liked and kind of delved into that. But and showing it kind of. Hold on, we got it.
Oh, it's beautiful stuff, guys. This is
paint it pale. Give it a bunch of veins.
Oh, okay.
Black eyes and some stringy hair, and it's a whole different character.
Yeah.
So, this is a really, really cool mask.
Very cool mask.
Yeah. What else? So there's actually some new product categories too. And as you was sizing, so everyone's like, I wish these were smaller. I wish these were bigger. And for years we've been playing with the same core. The core structure is that the things that the mask or the sleeves are sculpted on, and so one of the things that we're moving into is like an extra large fit mask. That's so shout out again. Courtney knows that he uses some other masks. We use some other costumes. Shout out to Cookie Spooky Costumes. I know she was on here. She made that Pennywise blood soak costume for us. We added a little bit of blood to it to kind of go.
Really good.
This is a Pennywise mask that we sell. It's a special order item, but we did it for Warner Brothers.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So that was really cool. That one right here. So this is the first in the line of our extra large fit masks. This is for the guy that plain and simple just has too big of a head for a silicone mask.
Okay, sure.
It literally starts there. So this is a mask that starts at 25 inches and goes bigger than that. So this is a really, really big head. We heard you. And we want to start developing costumes and stuff for you. So 3 new designs that we did this year in this new core. And this is Jotun. This is one of them. And I've got him behind me, I think right back there. But he'll be at the show along with a pig character called a War Pig. And then one called Smalls. It's a kind of he's like a carny, like a clown. He can be, so those are the first of our large fit. We're bringing a bunch of our new faces. Going on the opposite end of the spectrum of this is the strapped silicone face masks.
Wow!
You see behind it, they have a strapping system.
Okay.
We go with the military webbing, so they don't absorb moisture, they don't rot. They'll stay on the mask forever. But this is a bat character.
Brilliant.
And we have like 3. So by the way, not only am I building the mask for TransWorld right now, we're actually finishing sculpting and molding the last bits of masks that are going to TransWorld too. So we're actually making new things for TransWorld right now. We do this every year. Every year I'm like, we're gonna have and every year's like, I think we can get one more out.
Is this Sandman? I've heard about this.
Sandman, yeah.
Okay.
Sandman. That's it's funny. We had a mask called Sandman. We actually Andrew drew this mask a long time ago.
Okay.
I think nobody wanted to touch. It was just one of those it's amazing. Sometimes we have these big creatures and whatnot, but sometimes things like texture and cracking is challenging. That's sculpturally, it's really challenging. And we wanted to handle this one practically, not. We do some masks in the digital format, but this one went to a sculptor that we're big fans of. His name's Akihito.
Okay.
And luckily, Aki's become a good friend, and we've been working with him for the last couple of years. And he came into the shop, and he got to look at a assortment of sketches that Andrew had done. And we're like, so which one do you think you want to do? And he's all, I want to do that one. We're like, he gets the skull tape, and he did. It was gorgeous, and so yeah, that's on the screen. This is the flesh version, and we made him like extra.
Look at the texture. Jeez.
Yeah, and Andrew has psoriasis. He's actually has it all cleared up because of great medication, and he wanted to put a little bit of his own kind of experience into this mask.
Wow.
So we really have to play off the different textures and different types of what it could possibly be. It was initially sculpted as like a Sandman, but there's a charred version. We had to play like ashy colors, and there's flecks of ash on it. So we want to make it that one was just charred.
Just for both of you, I've never seen so many comments of people saying, "Just take my money." So please continue.
Gremlin, yeah. So like we kind of delved into like the modern myth of the gremlin and things that inspired us. And we were like, well, if we reinterpret it, like what would it look like? And like we wanted to keep certain things. It's funny the stuff that are different. Like if you went and looked at it, you're like, oh wow, yeah, I see that. But and then as we're making this thing, they announced that they're going to be doing another movie. So wow, yeah. So we a lot of what we make sometimes is like it's scratching a childhood itch. We'd want to make a gremlin mask.
I love the ears. The ears move like.
Yeah. That was we're getting good at this stuff now. We figured out systems of putting multiple density silicones in the same mask, and so like we can build a support system of one type of silicone off the back of it, and then we run it in the soft silicone on the front of it, so we get this ears that stay in place. They don't droop, but they still have some buoyancy and bounce, like they would like a real mask.
That's cool.
So
really,
so that was fun. This is a new one too. I'm showing you like, man, all this stuff is like in the last month. We have so many masks we've done this year. But this is insectoid. We had done this mask called Serlina, which was like a bug type alien, or an alien. Then we had a mask called Hive, which is a female fit bug kind of girl. And sometimes we go, we didn't do a male version of that in a half mask. So we revisited that, and we came up with an insectoid. That's a new one. So that's literally the first paint job. So like in the next 2 weeks, look for the next 3 that'll be coming out before we get to go to the show.
Beautiful work.
Yeah.
Beautiful work. On average, how many variants will you have on your masks?
So in the newer ones, on the newer masks, it'll be like 3 and up. Because we're bringing like every paint variant that I'm painting right now and taking pictures of. It's like I already have it. Might as well bring it to the show. So we bring those, and then we start getting to the older characters. Like one, we're running out of room. When you make 40 new characters a year, and then you times that by 3, and you think about what you brought the year before, we kind of run out of room. So what we have to do is we have to kind of like start weeding down the older variants. So what we're doing, something different this year, is that we have these signs that kind of tell you a little bit about the category of masks that you're looking at, and all of them are going to have a QR code. And that QR code will take you right to the category of masks on my website, so that you can explore all the different paint variants that we do offer, and that you could order that paint variant there if you don't see it on the floor. I wish we had room, but like if I did, we'd be at about 2,000, maybe more masks that would be on the floor. And I can fit about 1,000. That's usually we take. So
there's only so finite space on the plane, and then
there's a designated semi. Like we have a designated semi full. Like our crates fill the whole semi that go to that show. Like there's no joke. Like our setup getting to your show is crazy.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. Seriously, both of you guys, like setup has to be a long process because you got to make sure.
Courtney's a big help to my company. I just want to say that right now. Again, so people always understand that. I gave a shout out to another costume company. I saw Tess on there. I love Tess to death. And Courtney knows, like, we have other friends. We're just friends. Like him and I are friends. We're always going to collaborate because it's just in our nature. Like I don't know how to not call Courtney with an idea,
I love that.
I mean, the whole, like you're talking about the QR thing, we were just like one night, 11, 12 o'clock at night, or my time, him, he's like 7 or 8 o'clock for him. So we were just talking about, I was like, well, what do you think about something like this? He's like, actually, that sounds smart.
Well, then
so here's
an exclusive for TransWorld, and he kind of so we're going to start doing that too. I have a mask behind me, Viral. I brought him to the show last year. Yeah, it's going to be at the show. Here's the thing about that mask. That mask is only available to TransWorld people. That's it. I'm not selling it on my website. And we're going to start doing more things like that for TransWorld. So, and again, a lot of it can be done through QR code. So I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to be having so everybody does mailing lists and stuff like that. And I get that. And it's great. We have that based off our website. But I'm going to be creating like a more of a TransWorld centric mailing list. It's to keep in touch with all of you from the show. Specifically from the show. And basically, you're only going to get this QR code to register for this through the show, at the show. And when you do, we're going to start doing things like letting you see things in advance, giving you some updates. Probably there'll be some exclusive sale things. So we want to tailor this to the people that started us. And that's everybody at TransWorld. That's what keeps this a little bit different from, the commercials and the people that buy our stuff off online elsewhere. I do want to start doing stuff specifically for the haunted attraction community, and TransWorld's the best way to leave off. So when you see certain QR codes in our booth, scan them. They're going to go to our website. I'm sure you've already seen our website, but it's a quick reference to maybe a paint job I don't have, so that we can get your order filled. And then at the desk, scan the QR codes when we get to the desk. That'll put you on a mailer, and then we're going to get you set up with some special stuff.
And then Chris, you're talking about on the whim collaborations. If Robert could go back to the picture he just posted up, this is something new for this year as well. So this is Sugar Rot Sam. He's kind of like my take on like a jacked up Willy Wonka kind of character, like a candy character. So I showed George like my concept with this, and he's like, I told him I was going to shoot it with the mask that's on it right now, but he came up with this whole new different concept that would work so much better with it. It's like a candy teeth, and it's going to be so much cooler. And I'll have that it'll be displayed on that at TransWorld, and then we'll reshoot this later on with that mask. But just stuff like that. So we didn't try to collaborate on it. It's just something we just talked ourselves into, basically.
Love that. Guys in the chat, I'm seeing your questions. Don't worry. We're going to come back to those in a second. I promise we won't leave you out on this. George, we can't wait. Obviously, immortalmasks.com. Certainly go check them out. Booth 703 and 803. Obviously, it's very easy to find both of you because you're next door neighbors. We have a blow up of questions in the chat. Are you guys ready? Can I throw some at you guys?
Yeah.
Sure. All right. The first one that came out is for both of you, and whoever wants to go first can. How do you recommend caring and cleaning for your masks and or costume?
You want to go first, George?
Sure. One, we have care instructions. But for a silicone mask, it's pretty easy. It's like they can get dusty. Technically nothing sticks to silicone except for silicone, but they have this like tacky nature, so like dust can collect to it. So I recommend isopropyl alcohol. I like it. It's used to clean medical prosthetics. It evaporates fast. 99% isopropyl alcohol. You can buy it at beauty stores. Spray it on. It's a good solvent. So and gently wipe and then and let it evaporate. That works the best.
Easy.
As far as repair and stuff like that, so here's something we haven't done before. This is new. We used to kind of always just go, we recommend products to repair, or you can call me and quote it. Again, if something happens to a mask, and it can, most of the time I can walk you through it. If not, we can fix it for you. But we are selling repair kits now. On my website for the first time, I just put them out.
Awesome.
So I have repair kits on the website. It's basically everything you need to fix a small tear or anything that could possibly happen to a mask.
Very cool.
So,
okay.
We're looking out for you.
I love that. How about Courtney?
So as far as the costumes, I recommend in between times, like before washing them, you can use the 99 alcohol as well. So say you're, most haunters Friday, Saturday night, spray it Friday night, let it air dry, use it Saturday over the weekend, then you can wash it. Just inside out, preferably in a garment bag if possible, and then on cold and like a delicate wash by itself. There are some of my products that have, certain, I wouldn't recommend, the green meanie or like the sand or something like that. That's something, you take and get professionally dry cleaned and things like that.
No, smart. Okay.
But most of them, like I said, just inside out in a garment bag, just, delicate on cold.
Okay.
But make sure you wash it by yourself. If not, you could have some
bleed and
some bleed into your other clothes.
Sure. All right. Another question for you both, and we could start with Courtney on this one too. What is the turnaround time for orders at the show for anything that's not cash and carry?
Just depends on the day that you come. So say for instance, you show up on Thursday, you'll probably get it, April, May timeframe in most cases. And then if you show up on Sunday, you're going to be late July, August. And it just depends on the orders and things like that.
Yeah, it's the same. It's hard to predict that. We're going to kind of say like 14 weeks. That's kind of where we're at. Yeah,
sure.
It all depends on how many masks you guys buy.
Yeah.
We'll get them done. Again, like Courtney says, there's always like, the way that when like for a company like us, it's like part of it is mold availability. So if there's a mask that's really popular, I have to flip that mold over and over and over again.
Sure.
So sometimes that can cause a delay, or like you said, order of it, or just what you ordered. There might be some things that are more complicated than others in your order. But we try to find a generic, and then again, we're really easy to reach. It's like we're going to answer you within the day. So if you want updates on stuff, you can go ahead and reach out to us and get it.
Yeah. Literally, my wife, she's the cashier. She takes all the orders, things like that. She'll let you know you're 100% you're going to receive this by the end of August, and then if somebody's like, well, I need it for something in July or something like that, I need it, whatever the case may be. She usually makes notes, and I'll make sure that happens.
Love that. Now, this is a sub question of the exact same thing. Might be the same answer, but for anybody that wants to maybe go into the vault and talk to you about a custom project or something that you haven't done in a while, maybe a discontinued item they want to bring back up. Hey, you remember that one cool thing? Is it kind of the same thing, like turnaround time?
Discontinued
for me, it's a little different because it depending on how many orders I've taken or how many.
Sure.
I tell a lot of my customers that they ask me for custom stuff prior to TransWorld. Okay. That way I got more time and all to look it up and see what we're doing with it. As far as customs with George, I mean, that's probably a little bit easier for him with minor things like horns and stuff like that where they can turn around. But for me, it's a little difficult.
At this show, we definitely take a lot of custom paint jobs and some alterations here and there. Could it take longer? Yes, in some cases it could. It just depends on what it is. Things with hair can take longer. Hair on a mask is time consuming.
Sure.
But yeah, and then what we'll probably do is, again, the communication outside of TransWorld is always really important. Both ends. And so we're going to take a lot of orders. We're going to talk to a lot of people. And then I'm not going to remember all of it after. So we're going to write it down, and then we're going to use it. If you want to order something custom for me or custom paint job, generally what we'll do is we'll say after you get your order and stuff like that, you're going to email some references, and then we have that, and then we can filter that out to our artists. I saw there was somebody before asking how many designers or artists that were in our There's 30 right now at our shop. Yeah.
Love that.
Shout out to our crew if they're watching.
Yeah.
They got a great crew.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's for George, but Courtney, you can answer if you'd like to. Ian asks, how many new quarter masks are you bringing this year?
I got 4 right now that are being sculpted right now and molded.
Oh, that's awesome.
New ones. Yeah. I didn't count how many new ones. There's a lot. I mean, we made a lot. Yeah, we started making like these bigger ones, like the ears and horn stuff. So they're kind of like our deluxe version of them now but right now, things that you haven't seen yet, I'll just leak it. There's a baby. There's a crying baby face. It's creepy as all hell. There is another mask called Morbid. I just showed it. There's Horrid, which is like a female version. It's like a demon looking thing. And then we did a female pig. So yeah. And those are just like being worked on right now. Like as we speak.
What's the baby's name? It better be called
Cry Baby, I think. Because we just named the pig Babe, and I'm like, oh, there we go, 2 babies. Back to the naming things.
Real quick, Chris, back to like the whole customization thing. When I think of custom, I think it's something that I don't carry that basically starting from scratch. A lot of people, when they say about custom, like, oh, can you take this from blue to red or yellow to green? That's not an issue at all. That's just notes we make. That's just notes we make, when we take the order and things like that. So I don't consider something like that a custom. That's just a regular order changing the color scheme.
Gotcha. Like a variant. Right. Yeah, gotcha.
Correct.
Now, our good friend Minor Mendoza, this is definitely one of the hottest topics in the industry. Minor asks, are you guys using any AI in your design processes? We know you have insanely creative people, but does that play a factor in anything you do?
Not our design factor. No. Like have we I think everyone's looked at like the pot. If anything, I think we looked at AI as like, okay, well, what are we up against?
Sure.
That's about it. But as far as the design stuff goes, no, because we've been designing on our own for years.
Oh yeah.
I think it would just feel weird. I mean, it's not that for us. It's not that hard to kind of like like I said, there's a board with like 50 ideas on there and names right now. They're like things that we haven't done yet. So it's like we're not really lacking for ideas right now. As far as understanding AI, I guess it's more like, okay, it can do this really fast, or it can do this really fast.
Sure.
It's kind of like I don't know if it ever becomes a thing. We'll be a late add to the whole thing. We were a late add to digital, and I can't say like a long time ago. I didn't think we would ever done a mask in ZBrush. So
yeah, and I just use it.
Yeah, I don't really think we really need it for anything. I don't know.
Yeah,
I use it for my own personal stuff. Like for example, like that Willy Wonka guy. I can't draw. Trying to explain it to my seamstress what I'm looking to get out of it. So AI the character, described it. He showed it. Here you go. Here's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
But I just want to cure cancer. That's all I want to do.
Amen.
I always say that. I'm like, I think it just needs to do something really, really good first. Just go do something really good first. Don't. I don't really need to watch Sauce videos right now. Those came and went.
We do have a question. I'm going to kind of augment it a little bit. Dudley had asked the shelf life of a silicone mask from Immortal, but maybe let's augment that a little bit to say, with proper care and usage, how long do normal,
when platinum silicones first came on the market, all we had to do is what the manufacturers were telling us. And I think what happens after a while, we provide data for them too. The initial was 25 plus years, and that's an inert, mixed properly rubber. The reality is that that we can all alter that. Like so shelf life of something like a mask of mine that sits on a shelf like at Reynolds, it's been there forever, looks exactly the same. I mean, I look at it and go, wow, that looks like that's an old mask. Like we made it a long time ago. But if you put anything to use, you stretch it, you like that. You can like I've seen some masks. I've seen things come back to me sometimes. Oh wow, how'd that even happen? Like anything nice, take care of it, and then when accidents happen. Can we fix it? Almost always we can fix it.
That's awesome.
There's been a couple ones where I went, we can, but I'd recommend probably getting a new one,
I have a personal mask that I'm going on 14 years that I've had. So
yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And we have in the shop that I have displays that we made when we first started, that are in the same. As far as I know, they don't really change it. Again, I'm not a chemist, so that's the one thing.
Sure.
I have to go and tell me.
Mine looks the same as when I bought it off the show floor. So,
but we're
that's
the
awesome.
interesting thing is we're and so you guys understand that the haunters out there. It's funny that you bring that up because at times we get hit up by other companies, other chemical companies to go, like they want me to try a new product, and so. I have to try to explain it to him that I'm probably, even if I try it, I'm not going to use it for at least a year. And I always say the same thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use it. I'm going to make a couple of masks at it. And I'm going to send it to my haunter friends, right, to go beat the hell out of it for a year. So I know what it does after a year, because the only way is from everyone giving it a road test,
Right.
So yeah, we've learned, there's things that in the beginning that Andrew and I did, and Courtney, that we did right. I'm like, okay, good thing we put the mesh in there.
Right.
So to answer that question, they still tell us 25 plus years is the shelf life on
that's awesome
on platinum silicone.
That's awesome, guys. Very, very nice. Fun question from Scott. Do you have any specific creators for certain genres, or is everybody kind of a jack of all trades on both of your sides?
It's just me, so
yeah.
Courtney is a jack.
I guess I'm a jack of all trades.
I'm gonna show you something.
Oh, can't wait. We love that.
So a new product. I might as well just put it on because I have it here. We made so sleeves are always a thing. And sometimes they're too big for you, and we have a lot of female wearers. They're talking about female fit, so we made what we call the small size sleeve. And what they're great about the small size sleeve is they are really small, but they stretch over a male hand really well. So if you're in that like small to I say large glove size, these fit really well. And so they're a new product. They'll be at the show. I have a couple of the new variants. Isopropyl alcohol, again, my favorite. I put these inside. And once you do that, you kind of slide into it.
You recommend putting it on with all those rings and bracelets on?
No, I took them off in between everything.
No, but that's a good pro tip. Don't put your jewelry underneath.
I have to remember that too. So yeah,
that's a good pro tip.
I'm horrible with it. So anyways, I'm trying to slide this on me right now, but it's good enough.
No, that's good stuff. Oh, wow. I mean, that's right before our very eyes.
Yeah, I'm cheating. I didn't pull it all the way up yet.
No, but it's still.
I don't want to waste all the time trying to put it on a sleeve. But yeah, so these are great.
Wow.
Out of it right now because I didn't squeeze it out.
But still, wow! Holy cow! Beautiful work, and you're going to have these at the show, obviously.
Yeah. These are things I didn't have last year. So I have some smaller fit items and I have some larger fit items.
Love that. We have another question. Are there any trends that you are seeing for this year, or more or less clowns, or are there certain types of genres that are really hot and popular this year, or you expect to be?
That's on you guys out there. Trends. Like aliens were big for a minute.
Sure.
I think what happens is when you start getting to the size of a catalog that we have. The great thing is that you're no longer feeling like you can't invade on another type of character. So we can go and move within genres and make more of those. Like now, like an alien character. At one point in time, you'd have an alien one. Now I have like 8 because we can still play in that genre now and stuff. So as far as the trends go, it's like I can still play in past trends and we can we can kind of reinvent like what a new character in a common trope might be. So so if you have aquatic, we were talking about aquatic stuff earlier. It's more fun to make more fish people because people have aquatic in events.
We love this. I know we're running out of time, guys, and I don't want to keep you because I know we're already hijacking so much of your time. We do have a question from Tom, and I think it's his birthday very, very soon, so I want to honor it. Let's talk more about that custom process. If they come to you maybe with a Haunts icon character or a concept that is certainly not off the rack, what kind of price range would that be? I know that would be,
it's funny because it's like, part of me doesn't want to even tell you. It's a lot. It's
sure.
I start custom sculpted masks at around 10,000. But there's a reason for this, not arbitrary.
Sure.
So if you guys want to know a little bit about it, want to know why it gets so expensive. But one, it's expensive to make these things, and especially like the mold process, the sculpture. I got to pay a sculptor that even if it's my partner, he has a rate. So you're thousands deep before you even if you're in clay still. Then you're doing epoxy and fiberglass molds. Those aren't easy to do. They're expensive molds. So it's everything it takes to get to that. And then also I have to make a profit. And in fairness, I make less percentage wise off the custom masks we do than my catalog masks. So as a business person, it would be like more, we'd probably want to spend more time on my catalog, but we do customs. We do. I just had to make a price like that made sense for us to do it. And that's around there.
No. And normally we don't throw a price out there. Tom's been on for a long time.
It's funny. If you guys called me to ask me, I would have told you anyways.
Sure.
So it's okay. I don't mind. I think it's better to get the cat out of the bag and understand why they're the price they would be if you were a custom sculpted mask. And so you guys understand that too. That's the same for my catalog. So if you want to know like what we're investing in as a company, it costs, our masks cost, we've invested into anywhere between at the low end, probably maybe $4,000, but the high end up to $18,000 or more even for a single mask before I sell one casting.
Yeah. And Troy wants to help corroborate that because he did Alan's mask.
Yeah.
Making monsters thing, and it's awesome. He said, "I totally see the logic now behind the pricing." So
we have one. Speaking of Alien, that we have. It's not going to be ready for TransWorld, so I'll let you guys be able to look at it. We have a Xenomorph mask coming out. That's insane. It was all done in a digital model. It's going to have a clear dome. It is. Yeah, it's crazy. It's just the process to get. That's one of the ones that was that cost us near $20,000 to develop.
My gosh.
It's going to come out for the show, but keep a lookout.
He is George, Immortal Masks, and his booths are 703 and 803. He is Courtney from Studio 1031 Concepts, 1031costumes.com, and he's booths 902 and 903. Guys, anything that you want to say to our audience before we do a special giveaway?
Thanks for all the questions. I wish I could answer all of them. I've seen so many ones cruise up, and I'll see if I can jump in later on some of the formats and answer some of the questions. But it is so great. Like,
thanks for all the support.
Gets us pumped. Like, I don't know. I know Courtney and I talked about this before. Like, getting to do this show with you guys is like the prelim for game day. And so, we're looking forward.
It's real now. TransWorld's real now. Now I get nervous and I got to make sure I'm.
The semi is coming to back up and load up. That's my gosh, guys. Well, thank you both, seriously, from all of us. And I appreciate all of the questions. We're trying to work in as many as we could. But as a thank you for hanging with us, for seeing these two guys. Courtney's got a special that he wants to give away to one of you special people. Courtney, what do we got cooking today?
We're going to do one of the giveaways for the 3 set of the medical malpractice. So like I said, they can choose which 3 they want, which styles, which sizes, things like that. So, and pick them up at TransWorld. I'll set them aside and have your name on them.
Now that is awesome, guys. All right.
It's going to be a hard question though.
We love hard questions. All right, so let's recap here. You got to be going to TransWorld because you're going to pick them up from Courtney at Studio 1031's booth. That is 902 or 903. And all you got to do is answer this amazing trivia question. Let's throw it up this year. We always do TW. Let's do 1031. And then the answer to Courtney's question.
So if you guys are paying attention with all the new products that I'm listing on my website now, how many actual costumes am I going to have on my website as of TransWorld? What's the number?
His total catalog number.
Yep.
Love that.
And I know, so you guys can text me and I can be bribed.
I love that. I was
automatically disqualified because I'm his friend.
All right.
Alex, close. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Court, call it out. Whichever one you saw first.
The first one I saw first was the Haunt Life.
Haunt
44.
Haunt Life.
They got that on their own too. They didn't even text me.
Very, very nice. All right. Haunt Life. Email me, KRIS@HAAshow.com. We will get you hooked up.
Yeah, it was Haunt Life 6752 was the first one.
Your wife just jumped on and said, "Can I play?"
All right. Haunt Life, got you. This is awesome, guys, and thank you so much. 144 costumes in your catalog. George, I know you said it's over 1,000. Where are we at on that one?
About 1,000. Yeah.
I'm rookie numbers. Yeah. The 144 is bothering me now, so I'm going to have to make one more new one just so I'll be at 145.
I love that.
Don't do it, dude. Don't.
I know we're behind on here, but Alyssa obviously is not eligible to play, right? I mean, we can't.
Too late. You came in late. I got to text you.
I'll just go take the 150 that I have and drop them in a room tonight. She'll be all right.
Right. Winner.
I love it.
I'm sorry, 147 because I got to give 3 away. So.
Love it. Guys, you're amazing. Yes, Kevin, we're right. That's Jenny. It's great. Thank you, seriously, on behalf of all of us. Thanks to both of you. I know you've been working the midnight hour. And
thanks, guys. Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it. It's always
both
fun time.
I know that we could spend another half an hour, another hour, another 3 hours, but I don't want to do that to you guys, and I can't wait to see you in 22 days. Any last comments before we close it up for tonight?
It's like 17, isn't it, for me? I don't know. I leave 2 weeks from Sunday, so whatever that is.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, just look forward to seeing everybody. Appreciate all the support, and like I said, love the after hours, hanging out, the networking, everything like that. That's what I look forward to with the show.
Oh man, George, any
thoughts? Say hi. Come to my booth. I have there to say hi to you guys. So.
Well, Robert and I are going to come hang out. We're going to take some pictures. We're going to check in with you guys, see how it's going. For all of you, thanks for being a part of the show. We'll be back here on Thursday. That's Thursday, March 5th, as we continue the road to TransWorld. And, of course, our man in the middle, Mr. Robert Smith. We can't do this without him, so thank you for all of his magic. And we appreciate y'all. We'll see you next Thursday. That's 2 days. We'll see you.
Take care. Thank you, guys.